What's going on, guys? It's Deathmark here. Today we're going to be talking about some rather interesting developments that's currently happening in the Fortnite OG map. As you guys can see, the corrupted rift that was the result of the live event that we got yesterday has actually expanded, as you guys can be seeing, all the way over to more or less directly above Greasy Grove. So that is really interesting, and as you guys can see, it's turned red, possibly because of the red butterfly that we saw just prior to the live event actually commencing. And basically, we're assuming that the visitor who was inside that rocket was trying to escape the island, but as a result left that red corrupted rift behind him. So, as you guys can see, I'm just going to make my way all the way over to Lonely Lodge, first of all. Now, the reason I'm heading over to Lonely Lodge is, if you guys remember the Fortnite lore from back in the day in Chapter 1, you'll remember that certain POIs had red rifts, which were getting rid of certain items or certain landmarks, I guess you could say, from the Fortnite map. One of them was the hotel sign outside this building right here at Lonely Lodge. Now, basically, big shout out to Restro, who actually managed to record that specific piece of footage of this red rift taking away the sign. So as you guys can see, if I jump through it, nothing happens. But as you guys can see from this gameplay, which I'll put on screen, basically, as you guys can see, the red rift suddenly appeared directly behind the actual sign itself, taking it away and left this rift behind. So I'm now going to make my way all the way over to Motel, because I've been informed reliably that the actual this is actually another rift currently been, I suppose, into development, I suppose. I think is probably the best way to describe it. But apparently there's another red rift forming at the Motel sign. So that is really interesting. I would love to have got more. Wish a rift could take me a little bit further than it actually does, but now to try and keep. While I'm on my way all the way over to Motel, I'm going to have to try and keep an eye out for more rifts. But Tomato Town, the Tomato Town head that I'm currently looking at the moment, it's all perfectly fine at the moment, but it will be due to leave at some point later, probably in a few days' time, I would probably guesstimate. But this Tomato Head sign is going to be going at some point in the next few days. I'm just going to quickly make my words now. Make my way over to Motel. I'm going to see if I can try and find some rifts on the way. But this is really interesting. Now, there's another one that's supposed to be happening all the way over at Greasy Grove. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will probably remember the Durburger. The Durburger head from the Durburger restaurant. That did actually make its way from the Fortnite map into a desert in California. I'm trying to think back to what exactly happened in Chapter 1. And it got spray painted over by a character whose name escapes me at the moment. And he actually returned back onto the Fortnite Island a few weeks later on top of this mountain up here, just northeast of Pleasant. I think, was it that mountain, or was it? Actually, it might be this mountain here, just east of Pleasant Park. So that is really interesting, to say the least, which I'm keen to hear what you guys' opinions are of this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was Lonely Lodge, Motel, which I'm making my way over towards now. Then I've been reliably informed it's Greasy Grove was up next. And I think Tomato Town, I think that was it. So if I make my way all the way over to Motel right here, just in case you guys are looking for it, it's just northwest of Anarchy. You'll notice that there's another rift developing, as you guys can see, just directly below the letter T of Motel. I've had a look in replay mode, and you can't see it in replay. So that is really interesting, to say the least. I don't know if this is audible, I hope it is. So it's pretty much making the exact same sound effects as well. Let's see if I can find myself a weapon before this idiot kills me. Not what I want. See if I can find myself a weapon before I get eliminated here. Oh, it's up there. Are you kidding me? Why can't I break that? I don't understand why I can't mantle that. I'm gonna have to use this before this guy down there eliminates me. If you look at this, if you listen carefully, you can still faintly hear it. Didn't take any chances, had to get rid of him. Right. But this is really interesting to think about here, guys. Now, going from my calculations, the rifts that you guys saw at Lonely Lodge appear to have disappeared at 2 p.m. UK time. So I think it's usually like normal time of day when the game updates itself, I suppose. That's when these rifts seem to be appearing. So I'm going to check in at 2 p.m. tomorrow and see if this actual rift does anything to that motel sign. I think it is the plan, unless something else happens in less time than that. Just to give you guys a bit of an update as to what's happening with the rift. As you guys are seeing on screen, that rift is it's kind of expanded up, if you will, towards Greasy Grove. So I'm going to try and... hang on, where's that rift? What's up there? Right, I'm going to see if I can fly over to Greasy Grove. Hopefully I've got enough time, probably not, to get over there and see if actually anything's changed. We are expecting the Durburger head to disappear from the Fortnite map. I wonder if it's going to reappear in California like it did from back in the day, but I could totally be wrong. But this is really interesting. Now, we're currently speculating why the rifts are red. We don't have any direct clues at the moment. However, we do have some interesting theories. I just noticed there's a llama down there. But we've got some interesting theories, one of which is about the cubes, which I've mentioned about a couple of my previous videos, but I'll just summarize as best I can. The actual... oh, it's an impulse grenade. That actually might help me. But theories are, in case you don't know, the Kevin. It's basically about Kevin the Cube. Basically, there was like blue, red, and yellow dice, if I recall, on a table. I can't remember which map it was in. It may have been this map. It could have been a previous one. But that's really interesting. And there was another theory which was evolving around Kevin the Cube, but that's in a separate video. But that's really interesting. Now, we're suspecting that these rifts are currently corrupting. I think that's probably the best excuse I can possibly give at the moment. I wish I had a bit more time to get down to Greasy. Now I'm going to see if I can fly over to Greasy and see if there's anything happening over there. I suspect there probably isn't. But we know at this present moment in time there's nothing happening at Tomato Town. Oh, I wish I had a medkit now. I wish I kept that medkit. I'll see if I can get... I'm going to see if I can get out here and run back as quick as I can and take that rift. Right, so there's no rifts currently here at the moment. However, we are expecting this Durburger sign, or the Durburger head, to disappear soon. It's more or less going to happen when the sign at Motel disappears. I think that's probably our best excuse at the moment. I'll be honest, this... very, very interesting stuff here, guys. Really keen to hear what you guys' opinions are of this. Now, it looks like this is all happening in the same order as it did from back in the day. Just the only minor difference is the rifts are red and not blue. It looks like Restro is actually tracking all these rifts and see if there's any subtle changes. Now, really interested to hear what you guys' views and thoughts are. Let me know in the comments box down below. Hope you guys found this video interesting. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.